Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Business News Update tonight on the Diamond News Desk at 8. Here are the stories making headlines. Zanamaka introduces waste bags to combat currency mutilation. And Zambia stands markets with strong economic turnaround. Later on, we'll take a look at the money markets, the construction commodities, and the commodity prices of other food and non-food items. All this coming up tonight in business. Well, let's now get into the details of our business news update tonight. To present it, my name is Cosmas Chongo Malenga. Informal economy operators are often on the front lines of handling cash, but now concerns are growing over how new currency notes are being managed. The Zambia National Marketeers Credit Association, Zanamaka, has expressed concern about rising cases of currency mutilation. Now, speaking on a financial literacy and capacity building session on the new currency notes, Zanamaka President Mupila Kamea has reviewed that the association has introduced tailor-made waste bags to help reduce damage to money in circulation. He says the waste bags are designed to enhance safety, prolong the lifespan of the notes, and make handling of money as well as change more efficient for marketeers and small-scale traders. Mr. Kamea is now calling on commercial banks, financial institutions, and the private sector to support the procurement and wide distribution of the bags to operators in the informal economy.
The Bank of Zambia launched a new family of banknotes on 31st March 2025, following a public outcry that the old notes were soiled. But since then, many marketeers and small business owners have noticed that the new notes are getting torn or damaged too quickly due to mishandling. To help solve this problem, the Zambia National Marketeers Credit Association has come up with a practical solution. The association will soon be giving out special waste bags to help traders carry and protect their money better. Zanamaka President Mupila Kamea says the bags will make it easier for the marketeers to give change, keep the money safe, and help the notes last longer.
Let us address a critical concern we face in managing our new currency: mutilation. Mutilation tulelandapo imisungile ya ndalama. Makamaka wanamayo nga waisende ndalama kuka kafe nga lao kwata tempa na chifukushikuka kafye. Mutilation tulelandapo. So natupange nshira imo tulefwaya ba maketia na muntu fye onso ukwate ndalama esho makusungira ile ndalama wino. Zanamaka is proud to introduce the waste bags tailored specifically for this purpose. These waste bags offer several advantages. Safety. If you're a marketer, you need to have a special bag. You keep your money straight and smart. Keeping the money safe in an organized manner will prevent wear and tear.
At the same event, Bank of Zambia Acting Assistant Manager for Currency Research and Quality Assurance, Catherine Chitanda, taught marketeers how to check for security features on the new notes.
Features, my senses are 5, isn't it? But when we are checking for the public security features on the banknotes, we use amenso yesu na maboko. So the first one, yaba 4. The first one is tilting. Tilting kubendeka. So kwa dwe makula bendeka pandala masheno pakuishwati chachishinga na ngushabufi. Ngamash tiltinga mukala ishwa. In any direction nishama security features yakula moneka.
Ede example wachipede yakule pololupia. Okay, oro example yakati tualimona bambi patuma video filia basenda tungwe tukwacha coin bambo kulafu myaka paka tatimwali ba gold tamwa ba gold mkwai. Okay? Iyo Milan. So ba grant mwa babala mirondo lwera Milan disha bapo nemikakiri wefe pangika mukoti nga bamikata, so that we avoid our people and our members from doing those things.
The event was aimed at building capacity among small business owners, helping them to learn how to properly handle the new notes to avoid damage and keep them in good condition. Rachel Mumba for Diamond News.
And the Zambia government now has confirmed that it will continue working with Angola on big projects like roads, railways and electricity. Zambia's Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development, Charles Milupi, met with Angola's President João Lourenço on behalf of President Hakainde Hichilema. During the meeting, President Lourenço says Angola wants to strengthen its friendship with Zambia and push forward projects that benefit both countries. One major project is the Lobito Corridor, a railway that will help Zambia, Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo trade more easily. Before the meeting, Minister Milupi visited President Lourenço to deliver a goodwill message from President Hichilema. He also asked the Angolan government to speak up the building of a road that connects to Zambia's Sikongo-Kalabo Road, which would help trade and movement between the two countries. Minister Milupi has added that Zambia could export products like beef and meal to Angola. Well, that story is what concludes just the business news stories updates. Coming up next, we take a look at the money markets. Well, when you take a look at the performance of the kwacha today, the United States dollar as of the end of business was selling or buying rather at 23.38 kwacha, which is 23 and 38 ngwe. But it was selling at 23 and 77 ngwe. That's 23 kwacha, 77 ngwe. Those are the average commercial rates of today between the United States dollar and the Zambian kwacha. Coming up next, we take a look at construction commodities. Well, for our construction commodities today, we're taking a look at two commodity items in the world of construction. And to start with, we have one commodity here that is the building sand, and it's going at 4,320 kwacha, 95 ngwe per metric ton. This is how much you might need to spend if you want to buy that metric ton. But we also still have another. No problem, you can just go and then I would have switched. Well, for our construction commodities today, we have two commodity items we'll take a look at, and that's if you would like to buy them or purchase them and how much they could cost you. Today, we're taking a look at building. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, for our construction commodities today, we are taking a look at two commodity items. And to start with, we have building sand, which is going at 4,320 kwacha, 95 ngwe per 20 metric ton. This is how much you might need to spend just for you to get this particular sand. But we also have another commodity item in the world of construction, which is a drywall steel finishing wood handle plastering trowel, which is going at 424 kwacha. These are your construction commodities and how much they could cost you if you were to purchase them. Later on, or after this, right after, we take a look at the commodity items for the food and the non-food items. Well, for the food items, that's what we'll start with. Let's take a look at the prices. We start off with beef, which is 1 kg. It's going to cost you 105 kwacha. 2 kg of sugar is going between 67 and 70 kwacha. And 1 kg of sugar is going between 35 and 37 kwacha. And for 2.5 kg of flour, it's going at 87 kwacha. For Nakonde rice, it's in between 185 and 190 for 5 kg. And for a tray of eggs, it's costing 120 kwacha. For 2.5 liters of cooking oil, it's 165 and 170 in between that range. And for 5 liters, it's going at 300 kwacha. For meal breakfast, 10 kg is between 154 and 165 kwacha. But for 25 kg, it's at a price of 355 kwacha, I beg your pardon. But for roller meal, 10 kg is at 130 and 140 in between the range. And for 25 kg, it's 270 kwacha. These are the food items. But now, it's the non-food items. Let's start off with some toilet paper, which is 10 rolls going at 85 kwacha, 175 grams going at 2 of toothpaste, that is going at 37 and 40 kwacha. A bar of multi-purpose soap is in between 35 and 45, while 500 grams of washing powder is at 40 and 45 in between the range. But for 1.5 kgs, between 115 and 125. 3.5 kg is in between 220 and 265. A bar of bathing soap is in between 19 and 47 kwacha. But for liquid hand wash, 750 mils is going at 45 kwacha. Well, that is what concludes the business news update overall for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. After this, we have the mining news.